Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do the accordion book, and this is what the finished product looks like. The important thing is that you follow this step by step, and we're doing the video so that you can stop it and rewind it as many times as you like so that you can do it at your own pace, okay? I want you to be as creative with this as you want. So the first step is you will need a piece of regular paper. I have gotten you some white construction paper. We're using the construction paper because it's thicker and we need it for this kind of project. I want you to face it towards you like you were going to write something on the piece of paper. We need to cut this into a perfect square, okay? And so when we're cutting it into a perfect square, we're going to have to bend the paper. So start with your bottom corner and you're going to take it up and you're going to line it along the edge, and you have to line it along the edge perfectly. And when I say perfectly, I mean it has to be perfect, not just close enough. It has to be perfect from top corner to bottom corner, okay? So if you have to say, Mrs. Schaefer, is this close enough? It probably means that it's not perfect. So when it is perfect, take your fingers along the bottom, line it up like that. And if it's not perfect, fold it back out like this. Then bring it back up and try to make it perfect, okay? When it is, realign it. Take your thumb along the edge. And if you're not sure if it's perfect, hold it up like this, and you can see that the line along here, there's no mistakes on either side, okay? We need this to be a perfect square, so take a pencil and run it along the edge here. This is going to show where we need to cut the edge of the paper off. Okay, so if I open it up, I have a really light pencil mark. I can just cut along this, along here, or I can close it back up and cut it. I like to close it back up and cut it. It kind of helps me create a straighter line. If you do close it back up to cut it, make sure that you don't cut this piece right here. Okay, I don't need this paper anymore. Lay it off to the side. And now I have a perfect square, okay? You're going to need 6 of these to make our accordion book. You need 6 perfect squares. If you want to pause the video and go make 6 perfect squares, you can, or you can keep watching the video to see how you make the rest of the accordion. That's fine with me. I'm going to show you the next step because I already have my 6 perfect squares. We're going to start folding this paper so we can make the accordion book actually fold, okay? So I've already got one crease here where it kind of folds into a triangle. I'm going to make it fold the other way into another triangle. So fold it into the other half of the triangle. And when you fold it again, it has to align perfectly. If you don't align it perfectly, this project will not work, okay? And I'm going to fold it this way, and then I'm going to fold it the other way. See how I'm kind of making sure that it folds both sides? Now open it back up, and then you're going to fold it hamburger style. Open it up, fold it the other way hamburger style, along the same crease that you just did. You're making sure that it opens up both sides and folds along the same crease. Okay, now fold it hot dog style. Make sure it's perfectly aligned. Open it back up, flip it around, fold it along the same crease you just did, and I want you to keep folding along those same creases, okay? See, I have a diagonal this way, a diagonal that way, I have it straight across, I have it up and down. You want to keep folding them over and over and over again. And you're going to want to do this with all 6 of your pieces. The reason is because when we start folding our accordion, it's going to make it fold a lot easier. Okay? So I'm going to do this just a few more times. Make sure that you go along every single one, kind of back and forth. Okay. Now to save time, I went ahead and did all 6 of my pieces. Yes, this will take time. The next part is when we're going to start gluing, okay? So I'm going to get out all 6 of my perfect squares. Each and every single one of them has been folded accordion style, just like I showed you. You are going to need just some regular glue. Liquid glue is probably going to be best. If you use a glue stick, it might not stay the way that we need it to. For this to work, you're going to need to lay them out like diamonds. Okay. You only need to glue along where the box is. And I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to show you it, but you don't have to draw this part. Okay, see where my box is along here? This is the area where I'm going to glue. I'm going to create a glue spot right here. Same thing over here. I'm going to create a glue spot right where this box is. Again, you don't have to draw this. I'm just showing you that that's where my glue is going to go. Okay, and then I'm going to take this diamond and lay it on top of those 2 glue spots. So here we go. If I can get my glue to work. Don't glob the glue on, because then when we close our accordions, the glue is going to start oozing out, and you don't want the glue to ooze out, because then you might not be able to get your accordion book to open back up. Go along the edges, fill in the middle. Okay. Take one of your diamonds, set it right on top, connect it kind of in the middle. Have your squares meet like that. Press it down really good. Now I'm going to take this other square and kind of line it up like this. Now I have 3 of my squares glued together. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with my next square. Okay, I have a square right here on my left side. Kind of looks like in the diamond shape. I'm going to take my glue just in that left square, but I'm not going to glob it on. I'm going to slide it underneath it. I'm going to put it on. And it should be easy to match it because you should follow the lines of the square. Okay, same thing for my next one. take this one, put some glue on it, not too much. I'm gonna slide underneath it. There we go. And it's on. Same thing for my last one. Put some glue right around the edges. Some in the middle. Slide some underneath it. Put it on. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add the front cover and the back cover of our book. And then after your whole book is dry, we're going to leave it overnight, let it dry. Then we can start designing it. And these are the last steps. I always have to open my book to make sure I've got the back cover and the front cover right. Okay. We're going to use construction paper. You can pick whatever color you want for the back cover, the front cover. I'm going to use just regular black. We're going to place the front cover on our square on the end right here. Okay, you pick whatever color you want. This is going to go right over here on the end. Put your glue here. Cut out your square. Place it on top. Okay, for the back cover, we're going to flip the whole thing over. And I want to make sure that I'm able to close my book when I'm done. So I'm going to take some ribbon and I'm going to, before I put down my back cover, I'm going to glue some ribbon down first. And I'll make sure that there's some ribbon setting out. I'm going to glue the ribbon down. And then I can take my perfect square for my back cover. And once it's dry, of course, it'll stay better. Make sure that you glue the ribbon down first. And then you can glue on your back cover. The ribbon will be underneath the back cover. Okay. Now, a smart idea might let this sit out and dry for a bit before we start trying to fold the accordion. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you how to start folding the accordion. This is the part that's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of perseverance. Okay, we've talked about that word perseverance. Flip your accordion back over. The reason that we folded it back and forth so many times is because this accordion needs to be able to fold either way. Okay, look at the way that the one that's already been made folds. Some of them fold out, some of them fold in, and it kind of collapses in on itself. Okay, That's what we want this one to do, but you have to train the accordion to do that, and it takes some practice. And this one lays so flat right now, okay? So as you look at it, some of these just want to bend certain ways, and you have to train the accordion to do that. So it looks like these want to bend outward, but I might have to train these to bend inward, okay? So I kind of want this to bend in like that. See how those kind of want to fold in? And I'm going to pull them in. And my accordion's already starting to work. I'm going to pull them in, and it's starting to bend in. Starting to fold. And it's kind of like I'm making a sandwich. So as I'm doing that, I'm going to crease the corners as I go, okay? Now this is going to want to fold like that, and you kind of have to work with the book as you bend it. Okay, some of your books will just fold naturally, some of them won't. You have to work with it as you go. This project will be so cool once you get your accordion to fold. Okay, see how my book is already starting to fold in on itself? If it doesn't fold, then we should have creased our lines a little bit better, and you're going to have to help it a little bit more. Okay? It's already starting to fold. So you keep working at it, you keep moving with it, and see how I'm pulling it out? It's already starting to look like an accordion. Okay, I'm going to stop the video in just a minute. I'm going to set out the resources. You can choose your color that you want. You're going to need 6 of those perfect squares. You're going to need to fold them over and over and over again. You're going to need to make sure that you fold them exact, and you may get busy. Thanks, guys.